had a family tragedy several years ago and vowed she wanted to do something out of that to help others. So in 2008, Monica and her husband Midu started to visit 2 local orphanages, St. Peter's in Denville and Plaid House in Morristown. She quickly realized that the 9 to 17-year-old children were the forgotten ones because of their age. They're often overlooked by visitors and adopters, and then at 18, they're on their own. I remember several years ago, Monica asked if I had anything to donate because she and Midu were going to a local orphanage on a field trip, and asked me, do I have anything to donate? So I went digging through my stepson's outgrown clothes. Maybe overgrown. and the games he no longer used and played with, and dropped them off over at Monica's house. Her house was full of donated items from all her other friends. By 2010, she had officially established the HUG Foundation, which is the Foundation for Human Unity Gateway Foundation, a 501c nonprofit organization. Monica and Midu have 2 sons, very young sons, and Monica and Midu, both have successful businesses to run. So on top of taking care of the kids and running their own businesses, they take their own time and energy to take these children on educational field trips, as well as provide them with clothing, sports items, and much needed toiletries. They now have a mentorship program, and in the future would like to create a HUG center so that after the boys turn 18, they have a place to hang out and hopefully will stay off the streets. The HUG Foundation is a very small, struggling startup with a total of maybe 6 people helping out and lots of love and ambition. I nominated HUG Foundation because they need the exposure and they greatly need the money to make these young children's lives more fulfilling. So, Monica, come on up.
First of all, I wanted to thank Diana, who is officially the goddess of making the most amazing connections in the world and making things happen. I'm so grateful to you. You really, truly are amazing. I am definitely one of you. I am a person who wanted to create a foundation and do something amazing in the world and change people's lives. But in comparison to what I've heard tonight, oh my God, I am a tiny little baby in diapers, and you are all my older brothers and sisters who can teach me so much, and I will be so grateful for any education in that matter. I founded the organization 2 years ago, but I started working with it 4 years ago because it took me 2 years to fill out all the paperwork that was necessary to create the foundation, and playing basically pen pal with the U.S. government for 2 years, and turns out they're not so friendly. So it was difficult, and it took a lot of time and patience and effort, but we finally got the 501c3, which is amazing to have. And then the sobering realization, where in the world do you get the donations for this thing? Because that is absolutely the most difficult thing in the world. Turns out I am terrible at asking people for money. I am a lot better at giving money away than bringing them in. So, and my husband will confirm that, right, hubby? Sorry. So I had trouble with that. So needless to say, most of our funding is coming from family, friends, and our small businesses. So now most of my family doesn't want to talk to me anymore. They avoid me at all costs at family events. And I have to come up with other ideas. As you all know, there are so many people in this world who have big ideas, kind hearts, and great, wonderful intentions. But they fall short because of funding, because of bureaucracy, because of things that are so difficult. Much more difficult for others than for me because I came from a business background. So I was able to power through it. Ooh, oh, there I am. Power through it, and I was able to create this foundation. But I know people who had this passion inside of them, but they weren't able to do that. So it's because of people like you that we are able to do this. It's I realized, oh my God. Okay, there it is. No, out, in. Not happening. All right, I have a strong voice. I was supposed to be an actress. Well, so I realized that for people like us who are the long distance runners, we need people like you. You are our cheerleaders, you are our coaches, you are our pep talkers. And when we fall down and we think, oh my God, I can't do this anymore, it's too hard, it's just so many things, and the funding is not coming, and it's just difficult, suddenly a miracle happens. And an email comes from another goddess, Joan, and the email says, my God, you've been nominated for a grant. And then everything turns around, and it gives you that oomph that you needed to pick you up and to keep going. And that's what you guys have done for me. The 100 Women Making a Difference Foundation has given me fuel for my philanthropic motor. And I am so grateful for that, because I too have moments of doubt. And now I am ready to take on so much more because of this. I am ready to continue, and I'm ready to grow this foundation even further. And there are so many kids that are going to be so blessed and touched by what you have done. Thank you so much.